Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III as we are playing as King Adam I of England. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do in today's episode is I haven't really messed with the council jobs in a while, so we're going to go ahead and make a few adjustments. We're going to increase development in our capital here because we've been sitting at the same development level for a while now. We're sitting at 15. And I think it's about time to try and get it up a little bit higher, maybe up to development 20, somewhere around there. So we'll probably work on that for a while. And we also have a pretty damn good steward right now in our brother, Prince Richard. So it's a great time to have our steward work on the development. The other thing that we are going to do is we're going to look at our rival here. Remember, this is Ineko, who took our wife from us, our new wife that we had just married, and of course all of that their adultery resulted in her death, and just an epic disaster overall with that first marriage for Adam, and we have not forgotten that. We're a patient character, but we're not a forgiving character, and so we've been biding our time for when we might be able to do something about him, because again, he's still our rival, even after all this time. We haven't forgotten about him. So I think we should attempt to murder him. We tried last time, we had very low odds, and then he found out about it, what made it essentially impossible. But now the odds of success are not that bad. What we might want to go ahead and do is set up to find, and is he a guest here? Or is he just living here? He's actually living right here, guys, in the petty kingdom of the Isles. I suppose we can go and set up spies real quick and just see if we can find anybody. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll see if we can find anybody who might work with us on getting that guy assassinated. Now, one thing that people have still been talking about, even in the latest episodes, is who exactly killed Mary. A lot of people suspect that it was him that killed Mary because, as far as we know, he thinks that that's our daughter and not his. I kind of think that was his daughter. Our wife was cheating on us probably from the very beginning, so it probably was his daughter, but if he didn't know that, then that wouldn't have stopped him from killing her. However, the AI doesn't really kill children for no reason. When they have a rival, they kill the rival, attempted to kill the rival. They will not kill the rival's heir or their kids. I've never seen the AI do that before. When you discover who the murderer is. Whole time I've been playing the game, I've never seen that. The AI try and kill anybody that surrounds their rival. When the AI kills a child, it's usually because they benefit somehow. If they're not attempting to kill a rival, then it's usually, again, they're going to benefit in some form or fashion from killing that person. So I think that the most likely culprit of that murder of our daughter, or our supposed daughter, was probably the person who benefited the most. Who benefited the most from the death of Mary? Well, who was our heir after Mary? Who was second in line for the throne? Well, none other than our good brother here, Richard II of England. Of course, he was the second in line to succeed. After Mary died, we were sitting there with no wife at that point, and there are no prospects of having another child. So for him, it was quite beneficial for Mary to die. And so if I had to guess, I think it might be Prince Richard. So maybe after we finish dealing with our rival, maybe we should look in the spine in Richard's court and seeing if we can't find any secrets he might know. I don't know, guys. I suspect he might be the murderer. Don't know for sure, so maybe we'll try and find out. Okay, got some more people with some claims here. Remember, we want to attack France, but we decided to wait on doing it until they were out of war, at least one of these wars. Because we do not want Castile to get control here. Now, one person wanted me to attack Castile, and I don't think we would do that. There's really no benefit to doing it, and all we can really do is do it for like the claims, somebody else's claims. I'm not really super interested in getting land here. Yeah, I don't think we'll do that. I'd prefer my brother-in-law that he extends his power here, so we'll help out if he declares war. But he's not likely to do that since he's a lot weaker than Castile. I think what's going to end up having to happen here is we'll have to wait until our wife is pregnant again. Excellent. Maybe we'll have a boy. I think we'll have to wait until Castile's king dies, and then it gets like split up between his heirs, so that maybe Leon, who is younger than his brother, would then be able to attack one of those heirs, start expanding his lands while they're, divided and weak. So hopefully that's what ends up happening, because I do not expect that he'll attack his brother, as long as his brother is so much more powerful than him. We do have the money to make that title, to usurp that title, excuse me. So we're going to do that here in a minute. And it seems that the King of France now wants to start letters with us. And again, I think we're just going to put it on our, put it in our hall. We're going to have a collection of every letter of everybody trying to be friends with us. And again, we are trying to get to that next fame level. So there's advantages in that. Oh, well, I guess we won't be spying on Richard at all, because Richard just died. He died from stress. Okay. I wonder how he got so stressed out. Maybe because he's so paranoid, perhaps, or impatience. Impatience can result in some stress gain. So Richard's dead, and that means that his daughters have taken over here, with his eldest daughter becoming the Duchess here, Duchess Cecilia. And so who is this character here? He's our nephew. Oh, okay, so they just married. Wow. All right, so they married into their, very much into their family here. Remember, this guy is over here. Oops, I'm trying to double click on him here. He's from over here in East Anglia, where of course we did a matrilineal marriage. Our father did with our sister. So these guys are very closely, they're first cousins, very closely related here, and thus we could end up seeing some problems with their children. Maybe, we'll just have to see. This guy's got a bleeder trait too. Okay, yeah, so this is a negative one to have. So we'll just see if he passes that on, and if he lives long enough to have kids as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there now. But overall, that's a bad thing, because remember, we were using him as our steward, and he was really good at that. And I don't know if we'll have another good steward to take his place. He was also a powerful vassal, and now that he's gone, that has made the Duke of Mercia a powerful vassal. Okay, so we might need to do a little bit of rotating here. Just kind of see what we can do with our current advisors. Now, I know that our marshal is absolutely garbage, but she is, of course, our most powerful vassal, so we kind of have to keep her in a title. But which one is the best one to have her in? I suppose the one we need the least right now is the Chancellor. So we could change him out, but man, he's so good, and he's not really good at anything else. What about this Duke here? Okay, well, he could move over to stewardship, I suppose, and then we could bring in Duke Arnold into Spy Master. He has the same rating there. Yeah, I think that is what we're going to do, guys. Yeah, so we're going to bring him in as the steward because he hates us. So this would be really helpful to improving relations with him. And then we'll switch these two out since he is such a garbage steward. So we'll try and see if we can't find him. I think it's this guy right here. I was going to swap him out. And so we don't have the level 25 steward that we had before. That's quite unfortunate. Overall, our council got a lot worse from our brother dying. Oh yes, that's right. We're going to usurp this title here in Scotland. Although I think we have to wait until he's out of war. So we won't be able to do it just yet. We'll have to wait for that notification on when he wins this. Now, who is this war? Oh, he's continuing his conquest of Ireland. Okay. So we finished the increasing control here. I want to say there's one more county that we have control problems with, excuse me, and it's this one right here. So let's go ahead and assign her there. All right, excellent. So get that control up. Did increase our money by quite a bit because of that. Getting that control up. That's the best way to typically get your taxes and levies up. Is if you're down on control in any area, you want to get that ticked up as quickly as possible. So we was not able to find any secrets here. All right, so that's unfortunate. So let's just go about doing this. We could try one more time, but let's see if we need to. We don't know how many people hate this guy. I'm just assuming a lot of people hate him. And we have a 35% chance of success, so we don't really need a lot of agents. There's no agents that are willing to join, probably because he's completely irrelevant, is what I would assume. So if we were to change up our job to support schemes, would that be enough? They're pretty low overall. It's not great chances here. Okay. We'll keep it going. So we've had another daughter. So we've had 3 daughters keep having daughters, this is going to result in our lands getting split up by quite a bit. So now we really want a son, so that we don't lose all of our lands. If we had a son, then everything would go to him again, unless we had a second son. All right, so let's figure out a name for our daughter. I guess we can go with another good English name. If we can't find something, got Edith, Beatrice. I will do Joan. I think that was the daughter that was picked for our second, or excuse me, that was the name we picked for our second daughter originally. That's what it had suggested, and we had gone with something else. So we'll name her Joan. Okay, we spent 50. I just cannot get our piety up, man. And which war was this? Scotland's done. All right, so now we can go ahead and usurp that title. Now that he's no longer in a conflict. That's going to cost us 250 gold. We'll get 300 prestige. And of course the Duchess will not be happy with us doing that. Alright, so now have that title, and thus in the next war with Scotland we will then be able to get 2 counties. Now we do still have, I think until 1132, we'll still have the peace treaty with Scotland, and then 1131 is when the peace treaty with Wales ends. So what is this? Yeah, we'll go to a feast. In fact, it might be about time for us to throw our own feast. Yeah, we'll have to take a look and see if it's time yet. Exposed an affair. A loud crash resounds through the great halls. One of the doors to the service quarters break. In a barely clothed tumble, my acquaintance and my vassal spill out on the floor in front of everyone. Okay, so these two are having an affair, and thus we'll be able to blackmail them if we wish. Now we can't blackmail him, but we can blackmail her, the countess here. Is that what? Well, we might have already had a strong hook on her. We did. Yeah, we already had a strong hook on the countess. So that wasn't really all that useful, honestly. And let's go and get this one. That's going to increase our diplomacy per level of fame. If we're to look at our current diplomacy rating right now, let's just see how much this is ticking up. We're at 16, and I think we're at level 4 for fame. So we should go up to 20. Okay, we were going up by 3. Yeah, because the first level you won't get anything. That's right, because it's just the default level. The dilemma. The feast is dwindling down. I find myself deep in conversation with my impatient vassal, Countess Gaitha. Yeah, we'll pronounce it Gaitha. She inquires about my opinion on the blessings of family, a subject she is deeply interested in herself. So I can say that it's a subject that fascinates me as well, and that's seems to be the one we might go for since we're gregarious. Because I could not care less, obviously we would not say that, or I am more interested in you, which, yeah, we're not. We're very much in love with our current spouse. So we're going to say this one here. We're going to lose stress, not that we need to. We are not a character facing a lot of stress in our life. Right now we're just happy with our wife, which somebody in the comments who speaks French told me that the H is silent, so I think it's Ailey in that case, rather than Haley. So that's what we'll call her. And looks like the feast is finished up. What a feast. I'll remember the day spent in Countess Gaitha's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Alright, or is it? Maybe it's time to throw another feast. And we got the arched saddle, which is in here. And this is going to allow us to get the armored horseman men-at-arms. And what was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh yes, I was going to see if we could do a feast. We can do a feast. Maybe we'll wait since we just did a feast. I think it might be good to wait. We could go ahead and do a hunt though. And we got the money. Yeah, let's go and do a hunt. Get our prestige up. Again, we're trying to get to the next fame level. So that might be... It might get us enough. Depends on what kind of events we get here. Illegal prey. Poachers here in the Countess's woods. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead hart behind them. We did not do this, your mercy. Their blades and bows belie their words. I think that's how you pronounce that. They will hang and their villagers will pay. And this will result in us getting more taxes, but lowering the popular opinion in Somerset. You can say, you all seem to be excellent bowmen, and then we get a +2 prowess because we get trained by them. You can say the animal is mine along with the fines for their lives, and this is the stewardship outcome, which could result in us getting income and prestige, or else we lose prestige, and then we're going to get the poaching outrage, and that's just the popular opinion without the tax bonus here. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. I don't think we would do this. You know, it's not like we're exactly just. No, we're very gregarious. I don't know that we'd just snatch it as well. We are a bargainer in a way, so yeah, I think we'll just do that. You seem to be excellent bowmen. We're just gonna let these guys off for the crime they committed. We'll get extra prowess. Not that that's gonna help all that much because our character's pretty garbage when it comes to prowess. Returning from the wild. The hunt is drawn to an end. We mount our horses, and yeah, we've read this before, so we gain a little bit of prestige. Not quite enough, guys, to increase our fame level. And we finished up construction of a couple buildings here. That's going to further increase those levies. So yeah, just waiting for France to finish up their conflict. It looks like they are winning against Castile, but they're losing in this conflict here. And that one's really not that big of a deal. It looks like they're going to lose a county. I think, and you know what, I didn't even look to see if he's the, yeah, he is the defender here. So he's going to lose this county right here. Oh wow, that's going to be odd. Okay, it's this county here. My bad. Okay, so some agents have decided to join our scheme. Nice. Seems that he has got himself some rivals in his current court, and there's more people we can ask. However, you'll notice that our chances actually pretty low here. It's not great. It's much worse than it was before. So we might have to pay some of these guys to get them to join. So this would be 100 gold here, and it does increase the success chance and the scheme power by quite a bit, and 145 there. So we'll do this one, and then we'll take a look and see how much that increases by. It's a good amount, obviously not enough. So you know what, let's go and pay another 145. I know this is getting expensive, but this is obviously something our character cares quite a bit about. He's been waiting a long time. Vehicles are much worse than I typically expect for a Saturday. But anyways, what I was saying is he's been waiting a long time to do this, to get rid of this character. We're looking at 45% chance of success, 80% chance of secrecy. It's not great, but it's good enough, I suppose. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. If we fail, we fail. And Ailey has become pregnant again. Very, very nice. You'll notice that she's becoming pregnant quite often, very regularly. And part of that is because the soulmate does increase the chance of having children with your spouse. The soulmate does, as does opinion. So having the opinion higher helps, as does the attractiveness. And I don't know, we are getting some attraction penalties, so I'm not sure if that's actually hurting it. It might be. So we got an event here for divine justice, and this was one of our agents. He has condemned Aneko for his offense against God. He's even called for the Lord to strike Aneko down and hinted at punishments to come. So we could say a little optimistic perhaps, but I like his spirit. When we do this, the scheme will progress, but there's a chance that he'll be exposed, or we can just tell him to shut up, which is what I think we would do here. Because again, we're patient. We're willing to wait longer to have better odds of success, and we don't really need that to be sped up. It's only a couple months away, so we're willing to wait. We're willing to wait a couple months. We waited so long for this revenge. There's no problem waiting a little bit longer. Let's see if there's anything here that I'm not aware of, anything I need to be aware of. I don't think so. I know we still hold too many duchies. Oh, now we're holding 4 duchies. Oh yes, the one we just snatched. That's right. So we might want to give one of these duchies out. Yeah, we probably do. There's not really any reason to keep them all, I suppose. Maybe grant this one out now? I don't think we even have the duchy building there. No, because this is in Mercia. So yeah, I think we'll give that one out. We need this one to declare war. What about, okay, so that's that one. Which one's this? And we need this one to declare war too. I mean, technically you don't have to have it in your possession to use it. But then if we want to make sure that we can give these out, which I think we would end up giving them out. Yeah, I think we should do that, guys. We should keep those 2 counties and just get rid of this one. But first, let's deal with this event here. Accosted. My agents have scheduled a journey for Aneko, which will take them through the Darkwood. So we've seen this assassination and event before. So let's hope that it works out. We could delay it longer, but I don't really see any reason to. We are willing to wait because we're patient. But there's really nothing to wait for. There's no operatives we can get here. So really, I think I think it's just time to do it. I mean, it's 80% chance of secrecy. It's a 2/3 almost chance of success. It's good enough. Let's see what happens. He escaped unharmed again. Again, he got away from us, guys. My hired thugs failed to overpower his retinue. At least they were slain to a man. With no one left to talk, they have been assumed to be nothing but common bandits. Alright, so it ends our scheme, and he becomes watchful, and then we get the attempted murderer secret. Okay, so we can start another murder scheme against him, but with the watchful, it's going to make it a little bit harder. But yeah, let's try again. Again, we are very patient. We're very much willing to wait. Lower chance of success here. Maybe things will change, though. We'll see, guys. And one of our agents was removed, probably because... No, he died from old age. Okay. I thought maybe he was part of that group of bandits, but that's not the case. Unrepresented. A Frenchman from Maine, although I don't know if in France they pronounce that as Maine as we do here in America, but that's how I'm going to say it for now. I assume not, since French, very different language, has come to petition me for increased representation in my government. My lord, we are your loyal subjects, yet we have no say in how our communities are governed. Would it be so much to ask for one of our own people to have a place in your administration? So we can say, very well, you shall rule Maine from this point. Does that mean that we're going to take... I assume this means we're going to take it from Earl Roger here. And that is his only county. He likes this quite a bit. And he seems like a pretty decent vassal. He's a little bit arrogant. But overall, pretty decent vassal. And we got some very good opinion boost because of these traits here. So we could take it from him. And yeah, this just grants it to this character here. So I could loosen the reins in exchange for your service. And then he'll join our court. And he'll be pleased with us. But... in that earldom, the control will be reduced. Okay. Or we say it's not happening. Well, we're diplomatic guys, so we typically try and seek a more diplomatic route to things. And so, yeah, I think that what we do is this one right here, loosening the reins. Yeah, I think that's the most diplomatic route. It's kind of like a compromise. I think it's very fitting. So we'll do that. Now, I don't know if he became a knight. No, he's got garbage prowess. So there's really no way he gets service unless we were to make him a powerful vassal and get that stewardship out, which I did forget to hand out that title. So our scheme was unfortunately discovered. Yeah, it's a bummer. We might have to come back to it, be patient and come back to it. But yeah, I think this is not likely to succeed anytime soon. In fact, it's... yeah, very much likely to not succeed. So let's just go and abandon it. We'll have to try again in the future if he's still alive. Maybe he'll die of old age. He's a slippery bastard, though. He's quite difficult to get. So we want to give out that title. That's right. So we're going to give out the title here. Could give it out to one of the counts that are currently there. What I think might be a good plan is try and make this guy into a more powerful vassal. I had said before it probably wouldn't be because he doesn't like us, and that's still very much the case. He still doesn't like us. And is his title within that? It is not. It's within this kingdom. Okay, maybe we don't want to give that to him then. Yeah, that's probably not the best way to do this. Who else is here that we could grant this title to? So we have her. She has one county there. But yeah, she's more over here in these realms than in Wales. And who's this? Okay, this is the Duchess here that took over, our niece. So we could give the title to her, but she's already a Duchess, so we don't need to give her a second duchy title. Frankly, I mean, it looks like we might have to give it to one of these guys, or... yeah, we don't have a county to give them. Or we could reward another vassal, that's somewhere close to the area. Again, we could give it to her. She is fairly powerful. And this might actually result in her giving some of these county titles out. Yeah, maybe we'll give it to her. Yeah, I think she might be the best option. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, guys. We'll grant it out to her, because I don't want to grant it to these guys. They don't like us at all. And I think they were both part of a faction as well. So I don't really want to reward them for their terrible service. So we'll give it to her. She's been loyal so far. I don't think we've had any issues with her yet. So yeah, let's go to grant her that duchy title. So that'll be the petty kingdom here. So let's grant that. She's going to love us after that. Yeah, very high opinion there. She's also terrified of us as well. So that's another reason to do that. And she's terrified of us despite the fact that we don't have any dread. And that's interesting. I wonder why people are so scared of us. I don't know if it's our military strength. or what the deal is, because I thought dread was the main thing that factored into that, but apparently not. So we can also, because we have that hook on her, a temporary hook on her, because she's born of our house, we could go and change up her feudal contract, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Increase the levies, perhaps? I think that might be the best way to do this. And we could also make her a march, too, which would be fitting given where she's at. And then she would have several advantages there. But yeah, I think we're going to do the levies. There's just not much in taxes to be had here. So let's do the levies. We can always use more levies. And we want to use that hook so it's not tyranny. Alright, excellent. We are going to get that opinion penalty, of course, but that's okay. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought. But my spy master, Duke Arnold, has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. So I want to say we might have seen this event before. I think it said something kind of different, though, like he was like bugging us all the time. So we can say I will ignore him and steal his ideas. Maybe it was the same, and I'm just misremembering. But because these are definitely the same options here. And I think this is the one we went with last time. Yeah, I believe that's what we did last time. So I'm surprised how little he likes us. What happened there? Yeah, we might need to increase his opinion. And we got to look at all of our powerful vassals, because apparently the opinion's not quite where I thought it was. So we're not gonna say this one because we're not because we're gregarious. We can say all problems will be blamed on him. Of course, this event is more based off of the character rather than us. Because again, the only thing I really see us not doing is probably this one here. Because none of these are particularly fitting for our traits, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, none of them are really, I think, more fitting than the other. So yeah, we'll just kind of base it off what we think has the most likely chance of succeeding. So this one requires that he be unassertive, lethargic, or unambitious. I mean, he doesn't have any traits to imply either of those. That he is or isn't those. Let's take a see what this one is. Yes, Arnold will do everything in his power to get the task done. I can't really say that's true either. Or you can guess that he is conscientious, or at least wants people to think well of him. I don't think that that's true either. Yeah, I think we'll just have to go for this one here, the same one we went last time, I suppose. We'll see if it works or not. Yeah, we failed to manipulate him, so now we have negative opinion with him. I can't really say that any of those were likely to work. So, can't have the spy master disliking us. So, who are we currently trying to sway? We're not swaying anybody. Okay, I didn't realize that. So, let's go and sway him. Got a 95% chance of success. And being invited to another feast, which we never turned down the chance to go to a feast. Though I would like to do my own feast. I think we might still do it anyways. So how's France doing? He's now losing that conflict. It looks like he started concentrating on the other war, and that has resulted in him now losing this one. And we did have a son. Excellent. So we could name him after our father. We did not love our father, though, so I don't think that we would do that. Could name him after an ancestor. Maybe we should do William, or we could do it Richard after our brother. Again, though, that was our father's name, so I don't think we would do that one. I guess we'll do William. Could also do Adams. It'd be Adam II. But you know what? Let's name him after our grandfather. We're gonna say that we look up to our grandfather. We didn't really ever know him, but we wrote that epic, which I think he was probably concentrated on, at least in the very beginning of that epic that we had written. So yeah, we'll name him William. And obviously William the Conqueror is a very good king to be named after. Oh no. Oh, he's sickly. Oh, that's unfortunate. All babies cry, but with little William, there's no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to erase my worries, but her furrowed brow makes everything worse. The little lord is not gaining weight as he should. We will take good care of him, my lord, but in the end, his life is in God's hands. So that's quite unfortunate, guys. Speaking of children, I haven't done anything here yet, so let's go ahead and see what we want her to do. Now, with the pensive, they can do either the learning or the stewardship. I think we'll do stewardship for her. So go ahead and change that up. And then we're going to want to go ahead and educate her as well. As far as who should do the educating, we're not that great. So I don't think that we should do that. We're also not, our stewardship's not great. Oh, we just got this new French guy who's got decent stewardship. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that and improve opinion with him, and maybe we'll give him a title if he does a good job educating our child. We'll grant him a county. Okay, so we lost a hook there. And I don't think our other daughter is old enough now. Princess Elizabeth is only 3 years old. Empty accusations. My spymaster had the priest brought forth for the revelation and judgment of a grand conspiracy. However, when the priest refused to confess, Duke Arnauld has absolutely no evidence or support for his accusations. So you say, please stop embarrassing me, Arnauld, and that'll result in us losing some piety. This priest must be guilty of something. I don't think we'd say that. I think we'd say this one here. Yeah, the piety, we have not had good luck with the piety. Poor Adam. He's not the most pious character, apparently. But, yeah, it's been really low for the majority of his reign. Very good on the prestige, though. As you can see, we're almost there, guys. We're almost to the next level of fame. But we still need to conquer quite a bit before we're going to be able to... a new faction has risen up against us. Before we're going to be able to create an empire. Now, we are 44 years old, so we're getting older. Adam's not the young man that he once was. We do have a little bit of money to spend here, and let's just see what we got building-wise in these provinces here. Let's go in and get the next level here. That's more levies, always helpful. Let's see if there's anything else we might want to build. Yeah, we could grant something here, get a new building here. You know what? I think we might go ahead and get ourselves a new holding here, guys. Finally, fill in one of these holdings. So remember, we need 600 gold for that, and that's if we don't go to war. If we go to war, then, which I guess we will here in about a year, we'll go to war with Wales, because again, we were kind of waiting to declare war on France. Now, we were able to improve the spymaster's opinion. That's excellent. He finished one of his conflicts. Okay, I don't know if it was a. Looks like he probably had a white piece, because I didn't see it here, and he just didn't have high enough war score, unless what ended up happening was that he captured, the monarch or something like that, the ruler, and then he was able to enforce peace. But more than likely, it was probably a white piece, because it wasn't going anywhere. Now, this war here is not going well for him, because he was fighting the two wars at a time. We'll just have to see what happens. Right now, he's losing, but it's still a long fight before Castile will be able to win this and enforce his way on France, which will result in this massive kingdom here. So that would be quite a threat. Again, I just don't think that we'd get involved in it, though, despite how large of a threat it is to us. We're kind of like distracted with our own matters. Speaking of distractions, it seems that there's a little bit of a war here, a rebellion against one of our vassals, and unfortunately our son did die. Wow, that is quite sad. I had so many hopes for you, my sweetest child. All the things you would learn, experience, and do. There's so many possibilities, a whole life to live. Maybe you would have had children of your own one day, but now none of those things will ever come to be. So we'll gain stress, and her son, unfortunately, did die. Poor Adam, man. It's such a tragedy. I mean, he finally found love with a good woman. They're happy together. But at the same time, the tragedy just has not ended yet. He's still having just bad luck. That's quite unfortunate, finally having a son and then him dying right away. So I don't know if we'll have another son. She's still young, so I do expect she'll probably get pregnant at least one more time. But it does seem that we have much greater chances at having daughters than sons. We finally got the August trait, which I guess we can take a look at that real quick. Increasing our diplomacy by 2, our martial by 1, and increasing our monthly prestige by 1 per month. So very, very good overall. And now we're getting 9.8, almost 10 prestige per month. That's a good amount. And our diplomacy is now 21. And what was the other thing to put up? Martial. Martial's now sitting at 8. So still pretty poor, but it's not too bad. So when do we get this truce expire? Did it expire already? Looks like it did. Excellent. So we could declare war there. But first, let's go ahead and build this holding, guys, because I've been saying that we're going to do this for a while. It takes a little while to get it built, too. So we're going to go ahead and get the castle started. It's going to take 4 years to finish up that construction. So let's just earn a little bit of money, get a little bit of money in our treasury before we declare war here against Wales to completely finish the conquest of the Welsh. Another hook expired here. We'll get to like 100 and that should be good. So maybe another month and then we'll go ahead and attack them. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this damn thing, guys. So there's several wars we can declare right now, apparently. Interested that we have this one here. Okay, does Norway have control of this now? Okay, so this went into the hands of Norway. So that's the reason why. I don't know if they won that in a war or if they inherited it. It's hard to say. But that is unfortunate. Now we can't get... Damn, that sucks. We could have got both counties in one war, and now it's going to take 2 wars. So, yeah, quite unfortunate. So we could go and grab this one here for 450 prestige. And I think that's what we'll do. Now, we could do 2 wars for 90 prestige each. I think it's far better to do this, and it's not like we don't have the prestige. And I prefer to get both titles at the same time. Alright, so we have declared war. We can negotiate an alliance with our niece, so we don't have to worry about any wars or any rebellions from her. She won't be able to join factions. Let's see if she's even in a faction. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just Duke Arnold. He's the only faction member right now. Okay, so let's go and get this war started, guys. So we need to move our rally point. This is our first war all episode. Move it right here. Let's go and raise those armies up. And we'll try and get this conflict done, hopefully fairly quickly. So yeah, we'll leave him in charge here. Let's split off a new army. Yeah, that's probably good. All right, so let's go and chase this guy down here. Let's go and place the next best commander, which looks like it would be us. I suppose we can command a war for once. Why not? We're only going to be doing sieging anyway. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's go and split this army in half. And then this one will again have that same character in charge. Alright, so let's go after the capital here. Though, let me see which one of these is larger. That one is. Okay, so let's go here then. And then with this character, we'll go here. Alright, we were able to sway him again. Excellent. So I think we should keep it going if we have good chances. We do, 87%. He's the only one in a faction right now, so makes sense to keep it going. So is this in a hill? It is, but he won't move there. How much quicker do we get there? Let's see if we can make this happen. We get there in 5 days. He gets there in 11. So he'll be locked. Yeah, we can lock him there, I think. Yeah, we just need to watch this. So turn this down just a little bit. And get him down to like 6 days and hopefully he'll be locked. No. So we can get there at the same time. Alright, he is locked. He wasn't able to pull it back quick enough apparently, so that was his mistake on his part. Alright, so we got this battle going. We have very good advantage. Should result in very high casualties for him and a good tick up in the overall war score. Alright, so we're pursuing them. Let's see how many we killed. 790 to 82, very good kill death ratio there. And let's take a look at the events. Looks like Duke Aaron got a kill here. Killed a mare. Okay. So let's go ahead and dismiss that. And we'll take a look at who we captured in that battle. This character here doesn't look like we can... Yeah, nobody willing to accept that. We'll just do the weak hook. He'll be in our realm soon. So I might end up using that at some point. Let's go chase him down. I guess we can try and catch him. Yeah, we'll see if we can't catch him, guys. I don't know how far away he's going to go. Probably pretty far. He's also faster. When they're in the Shattered Retreat, they are faster. Supposed to discourage you from chasing these guys down. The Omen. A local mystic insisted on seeing me, and upon being brought into my presence, he started wailing, and that blood on his hands. The signs are in your favor, my lord. I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It is glorious. So we got the good Omen modifier, which is going to increase our health. All right, excellent. We're feeling fine. When do we finish up these sieges? 14 days here and 52 days there. So they should be done soon. All right, so let's keep on chasing this guy down. Don't know if we'll be able to catch him or not. It looks like he's attempting to run here. We did finish up one of the sieges. We're now at 77%. And we have now increased our fame. So we are exalted among men. Gives us 2 more knights and plus 40 secular opinion. That is absolutely massive. And then the last level here is the living legend. And you see there, the last level of the fame. And it's going to be plus 60 secular opinion and plus 8 knights. I don't know if we'll get it before we die, but we're still pretty young overall. When you think about, you know, the fact that we're only in our 40s and we seem to have good health. I cannot get this guy selected. So we're going to go ahead and try and engage him there. He might get away in time. He's running from us now. A faction targeting you has disbanded. Alright, the Liberty faction. So I think that was the one where Mercia was, you know, the leader. And his opinion's now so high that he's not even interested in rebelling against us, excuse me. We do have good supply there, so we're not taking attrition. And it looks like we just finished up the war. Alright, so we don't have to chase this guy down now. So let's go ahead and end the conflict. That was his heir as well. So let's go ahead and end this. Force our demands, and there we go. We have gained control of these 2 counties here. So let's go and disband our army. And I was thinking that we might have gotten these, but no, he ended up keeping both of them. Okay, I thought we might have got him since he was the one we were declaring war on. But yeah, he just became our vassal, and he absolutely hates us. So yeah, it'll be rough trying to keep control of this guy. And we haven't even arrested him either. And arresting him would be an act of tyranny as well. So I assume he's going to join a faction or start a faction. He's probably going to be a problem for us for some time. That's okay. We'll deal with him if need be. France continues to lose this conflict, guys. I think they're going to lose. But again, I don't feel like we would, no matter the circumstance, the fact that, you know, this victory for Castile would be absolute massive. I don't know that we would help. You know, France is a rival. Yeah, I don't know that we'd help them. Even though we want to conquer territory here. Yeah, I just don't think that would be what we'd do. What do we have here? Oh, ransom offer. So 10 gold. Sure, why not? Gonna release that prisoner. We'll take a look and see if we have any other prisoners. Oops, that's the wrong button. Oh, that was it. That's all we had sitting in our prison. Okay, I probably should have offered it myself to see if like we were getting ripped off on that, which we probably might have been, because 10 gold for the heir is not much. So probably should have waited a little while. Would have been for the best. So I want to do a feast. There we go. I think we were too broke to do it. Let's go and do it. I think we need a little bit of stress relief after losing our son. We're quite depressed about that. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reach of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Okay. Yeah, we got a stupid amount of prestige, guys. Doing really good in that department. The conversation partner. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my friend Duke Aaron goes on and on about court politics. And that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? Yeah, this is the interesting conversation one, which of course we would say this because we are gregarious. And of course that gives us additional benefits, increasing our diplomacy even higher, and also giving us a little bit more learning, which is quite useful for the piety. Because, you know, obviously we've just had so many problems with the piety with this character. There's nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and that company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. Here's something special, Adam, Duke Aaron tells me. Duke Arnold and Earl Roger nod their heads in agreement. Alright, so this is now going to increase our opinion here with some of these characters, and we're going to get less stress, though we didn't have any stress to lose in the first place. So one thing I wanted to take a look at, if there's anybody we want to do a friendship with that we haven't already. Now, we do have Duke Aaron as a friend, but I'm curious if we can't make our Spymaster friend after we finish up this scheme. We'll take a look and see if we can do any of our counselors. Alright, so until next time, we get a little bit of prestige, increase some opinion, and a scheme at court. My Spymaster has come to me with great news. While we do not know who, someone is plotting to kill me. Oh no. Alright, so somebody was clearly attempting to murder us. Now, maybe it was just our rival, but it says at court, so it might have been a character that's a vassal to us. And thus we have discovered it, so that's going to make it harder for them to do so. Hopefully there's not a lot of agents acting against us. We are a very well-liked character, so you'd think not, but it's hard to say. So we're still doing that scheme, aren't we? Yeah, we have to finish this up. There we go. We were not able to sway him. That's okay. Let's go ahead and cancel this now. And what we will do is let's go back to him and then see if we can't create a little bit of friendship here. How old is he? Yeah, he's only 33, so this is a friendship that would be pretty useful, last for a while. Let's see if we can be successful. 91% chance. Not bad at all. So yeah, let's go and start this. And it does look like we will succeed. Maybe we'll make all of our powerful vassals our friend. What we really need to do is get her as our friend so that we could kick her off the council without getting too much of an opinion hit. She would still be pretty darn high if she was our friend. And another faction was created against us, and surprise, surprise, it's this Welsh character. Who would have suspected he would create a faction against us? So we have a befriend event, Conversation Conundrum. I'm discussing the lords and ladies of the realm with my spy master Duke Arnold and my vassal Reeve Herbert. Trying hard not to make him out to be a fool, I freeze when the Reeve asks either of us to explain a thing to him. So I can say Arnold should explain it. He possesses a sharp insight, and that'll continue to progress our befriend scheme. And the Reeve will actually get a little bit of an opinion of Duke Arnold. And we'll have to spend 75 prestige, something we easily have. You say, now listen to me, and then we lose progress. 7 months progress, it seems. And the Reeve will gain opinion with us instead. Or you say, I think this would be best solved by group discussion. Oh yeah, this would probably be what we'd do, honestly. Yeah, it is the gregarious one. So yeah, we'd do this one. Seems like the best option there. So looking at when we get this done, 6 months with a 96% chance of success. So it does look like we will make them into our friend. See if there's anything here we need to be aware of. Not really. We got that alliance. One reason why we might not want to do the alliance is because we're going to be soon arranging marriages for our daughters. And it's going to make it harder to get a marriage that will result in an alliance if we have a bunch of allies. We already have 2 allies right now. So you get, I think, 3 or 4 allies, and you start, I think it's 3, and you start seeing that opinion hit, or that acceptance hit on the chances that they're going to accept your marriage proposal. Now, we do have that bonus that gives us the marriage acceptance chance, but I think it's just better to stay below that, the 3 allies, until we're ready to create alliances for our daughters, so that hopefully we can get some really good marriages for them. We might want to start taking a look at that before we start recording next episode. Maybe I'll go through all of our possibilities, seeing who we could get a marriage with. Maybe we want to arrange a marriage with Castile, because he is going to be quite powerful, because again, we're not going to help at all, and it does seem that he's going to win. So that's going to result in a big old powerful Castile. I don't know if he'll keep the Castile title or switch over to France, and so then it would be France that owns all this. How's he doing on sons? He has 1 primary heir, so if he doesn't have any more sons, then they'll inherit all this. This would be quite the problem, but again, I'm kind of okay with that. We've kind of been rolling over all the competition in this game. Maybe a powerful enemy is exactly what we need. Now, I don't think Adam would also get involved with it just because he's busy with other things. He's patient. He's not rash. He's not going to rush into it. He figures there's many ways to deal with this in the future. I think we might go ahead and declare war on France, though. Yeah, I think we might go ahead and do it because they're clearly going to lose, so what's it matter? Now, we'll flip the war over to... yeah, it would flip it over, so we'd be at war with Castile. So maybe we should have already declared war. I don't know, guys. Let's take a look at this event here, and then we'll decide what we're going to do there. I've just received the most disturbing news. My spineless rival, Nico, has been spreading false rumors about me to Arnold, claiming that my desire to earn his trust is nothing but a cynical attempt to exploit him. Damn this man. Damn him. So we can say preposterous. Nobody would believe such lies. And Inigo will spend 75 prestige, and that's because we have the August trait that we can do that. I can say I will not allow him to be searched my good name, and we had a 100% chance here that this would work. But it does, even with the 100% chance, it still reduces scheme power. Or we say best to ignore him altogether. Yeah, we're going to say this one, because we do have that August trait. So yeah, I think we're going to declare war on France. They're going to lose. No matter what happens here. So let's go ahead and do it and try and see if we can't get something from it. Because we still have her here. We also have Earl Rogers claims. So this will gain us the county here of Anjou. So that would actually be a decent one too, but it's not quite what we're getting here. So let's go and declare war for her claims. Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be 675 prestige. Luckily we have that. So let's go and declare war. And what we might want to do is call, well, no, that could get him conquered. I don't think there's really any advantage to calling Leon, and yeah, I think we should leave him out of this conflict. We can win this easy enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and, although it would help us do it quicker, I suppose. I'm surprised that we can call her into the conflict. No, we can't. I was going to say, because that's her liege, so that shouldn't be possible. We could call him in. You know what, let's call him in, guys. Just to try and get this done quicker. We need to try and win this war before Castile wins. So, oops, damn it. I didn't mean to do that, guys. My bad. Yeah, that was my bad. I want them over here, obviously. So let's go ahead and place them right there, and then we'll raise them up here. There's gonna be a couple days to gather them up. Of course, Alfonso did join our conflict. And, oh no, our friend died, although I don't even know who that character was. We had him pop up in one of those events. I think that was the last episode. I didn't even know that that was a friend. Alright, so let's go ahead and again split this army off, though. We'll probably go with, well, I was going to say a larger army, but there's actually not as much supply as I was expecting over here. So yeah, it'll still be kind of low 4,000s, I suspect. So again, let's go and get these larger levy groups out first. We also want to get them out. We need to increase their size. I think we can increase it a little bit higher. Alright, so yeah, we'll just do these big levies. Get rid of them. And, oh, that was a little bit too much, guys. Yeah, let's go up to that. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and move this army, see how we want to do this. I assume we're going to siege down these two provinces. So let's go and go here. And then with this one, I guess we'll put ourselves in charge again, and let's just hope that we don't die. We'll get some experience leading, though. Let's go ahead and split this army in half, and then get this guy in charge here. Alright, so we'll take a look and see which one of these is the larger one. Seems they're exactly the same size. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have this guy here go over to this one, and ourself go over to that one. Alright, excellent. So we'll have to see what France does. I assume they won't be able to react to this at all. Well, there is a hostile army here. But yeah, I do assume that they won't be able to do anything here. Simply because they're busy down in the south. And yeah, they're just losing lands right now. Lots of lands. So let's hope he comes over here and helps us get these done sooner. We need to get this war score up as quickly as possible. And we did finish up that siege. Excellent. So that gets us up to 4%. Let's go to the next one. We'll try and get this entire county taken over here. Or excuse me, duchy. Excuse me. And we'll get all the duchy taken over. And I don't suspect... Well, let's see what we have here. Befriend kindred minds. After laborious preparations, I was finally able to spend some time with Duke Arnauld. By the end of the dinner, Duke Arnauld was as much certain that I had his best interests in mind as I was that he had mine. Thanks to my efforts, we have established a bond of trust and loyalty that is only seldom achieved between liege and vassal. Excellent, so we are now friends. So that'll be super helpful. So now we have a very good opinion with him. I'm wondering if we can't increase her opinion up, so that we can get rid of her. Let's take a look and see if this will. We'd have to befriend her. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't do this. If it'll work. 100% chance of success. Excellent. Yeah, let's go and do that there, guys. I think that would be good, and then we could kick her off the council without her joining a faction against us. So we did get some prisoners in that siege. We should probably take a look and see how our prisoner situation is. And again, I'm going to try and avoid conflict if we can. Taking this would not be helpful. I think it's this one here that we need to go get. Yeah. So let's go after that one. We're going to take a bit of casualties there, unfortunately. There's not really any avoiding that, though. And then let's go ahead and bring this army here somewhere nearby. I suppose we'll go right there. I think they will take attrition going through there, but whatever. It's fine, guys. Alright, so we still have those two powerful vassals here, and yes, we have the prisoners that need to be ransomed. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. See what kind of money we can get here. I should probably confirm, which I feel pretty confident we don't, but just confirm that we're not getting any war score from these, and we really can't get anything here, so we're just going to go ahead and get weak hooks. And we can't get a ransom there. It's 10 gold. Alright. So they have agreed to those, of course. There is another army down here. I don't actually want to defeat the French armies if we can avoid doing it. I don't know that we're going to be able to get this conflict done before Castile wins. Probably not likely. Our counselor has died. Okay. And, okay, so that's who it was. It was the Archbishop. He does endorse us. We have very good opinion with him. We might want to sway him to make sure we get more money. This character is a dwarf as well. Okay. I want to say we've seen that character before. I could be wrong, but I feel like... Yeah, he is older, so I feel like we've seen him before. Like he was a bishop for one of our vassals, maybe. So let's see here. Is there any other counties left to get? I think these two are already getting grabbed, so at this point we can just go and start seizing other counties, and we should probably go after the capital. Yeah, let's just go straight to the capital here, guys, with our king, and hopefully he's successful. Now, we would take attrition going there. Maybe we'll go this way first to grab that and then go after the castle. Because he's going to be on his lonesome, so we don't really want him losing any men. He's going to be kind of far away. That is our character as well. He won't have this army here to support him because I want to keep him here in the south because I think that's the most likely place that we'll see French troops. Our wife is pregnant again. Excellent. So let's hope for another boy and that things go a little bit better with him. We also have more prisoners. So we're going to take a look, see if we can't ransom any of them. Get a weak hook there. A little bit of money here that will not be accepted. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so that's a shame. We'll just do the weak hook then. And how about here? 10 gold. Alright, so we'll take that. That one will be almost done. And still going to have to take a lot of counties, I think, to get this completed, guys. Yeah, see, we're only at 32% right now. Alright, so he's going to help us there, which results in more attrition for us, so that's not exactly good. A concern for my current war, my friend Duke Arnauld has paid out of his own treasury to aid my efforts. Wow, how thoughtful of him. We're quite thankful for him thinking about us. Let's go ahead and get the capital taken, guys. So let's hope that we seize one of his heirs, because we're at the point where this war with Castile is about to be ending. It's going to end very, very soon, guys. So that's a problem. Because again, if it ends, then we'll be at war with Castile. We did get the prisoner there, but it was not a prisoner that got us any war score, unfortunately. Oh, that was over here. Okay. So let's go ahead and move up this way now. We'll go and attack there, and then we'll move this guy over to here. So we can try and support both armies. And yeah, I don't see where his army is. There it is, right there. He doesn't have much left, guys. He's not doing well. Let's go and just pause this for a second. That's more holding taxes. That's nice. And unfortunately, we're going to have to end the episode here, guys. Real shame. We didn't get anything when it comes to the prisoners. But because we hold the objectives, we are getting the ticking war score, so that's going up. But yeah, we didn't get anything from Paris, unfortunately. So we'll just have to come here and grab that fort. Us not fighting the battles is why this war is kind of taking a little bit longer. So very soon, hopefully we'll be able to get him to agree to our demands here. Again, I don't know if it's going to be soon enough, though. We're trying to compete with the King of Castile. We're doing pretty good on that regard, since he's been fighting battles down here against the French army. So we're looking at 87% here, because he has lost battles to the French. And we are at 73, so he was he was pretty high in percentage when we started this war, so we're doing good with our armies that are split up, but not good enough. So I think we need to send him to do some sieging as well to get this done a little bit quicker. So let's see where the smaller fort is. It's this one. So let's send him into this fort to see if we can't get this war score up in time. I really should have had him helping the whole time, but I kind of expected France to bring their army up, and they didn't. So yeah, hopefully we can get this done in time. We'll see, guys. And there's another hostile army right here. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys in the next video, which remember will not be until Tuesday. As usual, we will not have a video on Monday. But let me see if we can... No, we cannot kill him until 11:39. So I think we'll try again if we're still alive at that time. We'll try again. If he's still alive, he'll be pretty old by then. And we'll make one last attempt to try and kill him. But yeah, I do hope to see you guys on the next episode on Tuesday. And thanks for watching.